guys, today is Tuesday, December the 8th. This is our guided practice 3.4.R.2 for our Alpha Plus reading. A new purchase. Dad tried cooking us a pizza for lunch. He turned the knob to preheat the oven. The loose knob fell to the floor. My brother and I just watched as Dad tried to readjust the knob. We noticed a small spark. My brother warned Dad to disconnect the oven. Dad pulled the plug out and tried again. He fixed the knob to the right temperature. Nothing happened. Dad announced we had a non-working oven. His irreplaceable oven needed a new one in its place after 30 years. He looked at his bank account online. His bi-monthly check had cleared. He had enough money to buy a new one. Dad saved money every 2 weeks after getting paid from his job. We shopped for 2 hours at different stores. The last store covered 2 floors of ovens. We descended on the escalator, and there it was. Our new oven sat in the corner of the first floor. Dad reread the price. He could not believe his eyes. It cost $150 less than the one he almost bought. Dad used his credit card to make the purchase. I did not see him receive a receipt, so I asked. He told me he chose paperless. He showed me the receipt online. We arrived home in time to meet 2 delivery men. One brought us the new oven Dad purchased. The other brought us pizza delivery. Number 1, which is the best definition of the word preheat? Let's go back and find it in the passage up towards the top. Preheat. He turned the knob to preheat the oven. Pre means before, and we know what heat means. So is it A, preheat means to cook until done, then keep it in the oven? B, preheat means to heat before putting items in the oven. C, preheat means high heat, then turn down to correct temperature. Or D, preheat means to clean the oven before turning on heat. The answer is B, preheat means to heat before putting items in the oven. B. Number 2, which is the best definition for the word readjust as used in the passage? Let's go back up here to readjust. My brother and I watched as Dad tried to readjust the knob. So means we're going to redo it, and adjust means to straighten or fix it how we want it. So A, readjust means to show off an article of clothing. Well, that has nothing to do with ovens. B, readjust means something needs to be zipped. Still nothing to do with ovens because we're talking about ovens in the passage. C, readjust means to buy something brand new. Or D, readjust means to fix something again. The answer is D, readjust means to fix something again. Let's turn the page. All right, number 3, which is the best definition for the word disconnect as used in the passage? Let's go back to the passage and read disconnect. My brother warned Dad to disconnect the oven. He pulled the plug out and tried again. Okay, so if we know that dis means to stop and connect, talking about ovens would be pull the plug out of the oven. Let's think about that. A, disconnect means to pay a bill for something. Well, we're not paying any bills. B, disconnect means to separate things that were together. Did we separate the plug from the wall? Maybe. C, disconnect means to be around electricity. D, disconnect means to sell 2 items together. We're going to go with B because we know we pulled the plug out of the wall. So B. Number 4, which is the best definition for the word non-working in the passage? Let's go back to our passage. Let's find non-working. Dad announced we had a non-working oven. So non means it doesn't, and working, you know what working means. So A, non-working means a job that is easy to do. B, non-working means someone with several jobs. C, non-working means a job is not being done. Or D, non-working means a job that needs 2 people. Well, we know that non is not. And we know what working is, so C, non-working means a job is not being done. That oven is non-working. It's not doing its job. Number 5, which is the best definition of the word irreplaceable as used in the passage? Let's go back to our passage. His irreplaceable oven needed a new one in its place after 30 years. So, irreplaceable means something that is not replaceable. So, A, replaceable means something that belongs to the family. B, irreplaceable means something that did not mean much. C, irreplaceable means nothing can take its place. Or D, irreplaceable means it costs a lot of money. We're going to go with C, irreplaceable means nothing can take its place. Number 6, which is the best definition of the word bi-monthly in the passage? Let's look at bi-monthly. His bi-monthly check had cleared. So bi means 2 and monthly means once a month. So bi-monthly means twice a month. B, bi-monthly means twice a year. C, bi-monthly means twice a day. D, bi-monthly means twice in a row. So if we know bi means 2 and monthly, this word monthly, we know that there's a month, so it has to be A, twice a month. Let's jump over to number 7, which is the best definition of the word descended as used in the passage. Let's go back and find descended. We descended on the escalator, and there it was. So we know that on an escalator, you either are going up, 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 or you're going down, down, down. So are we going up or down when we descend? We are going down when we descend. So A, descended means to go up at a slant. B, descended means to go on sale. C, descended means to go down at a slant. Or D, descended means an unpleasant smell. The answer is C. Descended means to go down at a slant. Let's look at number 8. Which is the best definition of the word reread? So let's think about re. We know re is to do again. And we know how to read. We know what read is. Read is the past tense of read. So A, reread means to read again for understanding. B, reread means to listen to someone else read. C, reread means to ask someone to read to you. Or D, reread means to ask questions about reading. Well, we know re is to do again, so we know it's A. Reread means to read again for understanding. You guys know that I ask you to reread stuff. Number 9, which is the best definition of the word paperless? So we know what paperless is. And less means none. And if he showed his daughter the receipt online because he didn't get one in his hand, we know that it means there's no paper to be given. So A, paperless means without using paper. B, paperless means without using a white paper. C, paperless means using extra copy paper. D, paperless means buying cheap paper. Well, we know it's paperless, and he showed her online, so he didn't have the paper in his hand. So the answer is A, paperless means without using paper. Number 10, describe what affixes are. Hey guys, you're gonna go all the way back to page 193 in your book. And do you see this word right here? Tell me that definition in your own words. Thank you.